Hi, Collective. It's Shania. I'm back. I'm just back briefly. I'm documenting my thoughts, the things that I've been going through, okay, as much as I can. I feel like this is why I'm here on this channel, okay? To also reach others who are going through similar things as I am. Now, I'm trying to find out who my biological father is, okay? I'm very close, right? Or either I have, right? Because I started thinking back to my youth. Because when I was prompted to put the name Shorty, right? And the motorcycle club on separate cards, and just the name came back to my mind as possibly involved in this whole debacle, right? Excuse me, y'all. And so today, after that reading, the Ancestors Decree reading, right? Because this has just been heavy on my head, right? It made me remember the name of the motorcycle club that my mom used to go to all the time when I was younger, okay? And my mom was a very beautiful woman, okay? Very nice shape, right? And men were just enamored with her, okay? And she was intuitive as well. And she was just, attacked with so much hostility. Just a difficult life, right? And we all had a difficult life, okay? All right, but I believe this man may very well be my father, okay? It's either him or possibly a person in my family, okay? But I do believe it's him, okay, y'all? So in this research, I started getting a few faces, okay? And these people, this is crazy, okay? Because the main players, we're all either 50 on up, okay? Probably 80s to 90s, whatever, okay? So finding the people, like maybe the top three, their three is very significant. There's a couple rotating threes in this thing, right? And they're probably in their 70s or 80s, okay, man? And and y'all forgive me, I'm trying to get these thoughts out. So, but that linked to, and it was 3 men, I think, on the picture of this motorcycle club. These were the founders. And apparently this club went out of business last year in August, okay, of 2024. I believe there is an open business somewhere, okay, in my area. I forgot. Okay, but I believe I don't know if they were in the same location because I had even been to this club several times when I was little, right? But I don't remember having this stuff. When I was at the club, I didn't really want to be there, okay? But, and it wasn't like I was there most of the time when they were partying, because my mom had, she knew the people. So this makes sense, okay? I believe there's some sort of police involvement, because this particular club, and I'm trying not to say the name, okay? I got enough MFs after me now. They're already after me because of this chapter. Somehow was introduced to these people, or they secured him because they've always been watching me. So, okay, and also my aunt on my father's side, the man I know is my father and sees my father, right? And my aunt on my mom's side were involved. But getting back to these men, these other men that I came across, and one of these men is here in my state, okay? I actually saw a man who has to be this man. They're just too familiar, too similar, right? Or he's associated with this man, right? But I saw him in the market, and he was trying to be really nice, and there was a situation where the worker came over and told him, hey, go over to number 2, right? It's open, right? But I could see he was, and I was very kind to this man, right? And I could see where he was almost like, like, damn, right? He didn't want to make himself look suspicious because he knew I was intuitive, right? And but I watched him as he walked over there. I don't know if he knew that. But yeah, so that was the divine's way of separating him there, right? But instantly, tonight is when, last night is when I got the download to go start searching this stuff, okay? The one connection in terms of the larger group of motorcycle clubs, okay? When I get these pictures, these are very low vibrational pictures, okay? I'm not saying the whole club is or whatever. This is what I saw. There's a lot of drinking going on, okay? So when I did that read, I can't remember, y'all. I'm not good like Amethyst Rose, okay? She can recall the title of a reading in a heartbeat. That ain't me, okay? Amethyst Rose has got a nice, good young mind, okay? But yeah, the reading about the people and the beer. The biggest upset was them not getting the beer. So now this was possibly talking about this chapter. I don't know. A lot of these people are a part of whatever organization that was, right? As well as being a part of this motorcycle club, right? But I looked at a lot of their faces, right? And I just get that just very toxic energy, right? That arcane caveman type energy, okay? I also see strong elements of like the KKK people, okay? I don't know. And maybe I can't say this either, y'all. I don't know how long this channel is going to be here. So I just got to get these messages out, right? Yeah. Bigots. I had to read about a bigot stealing a baby. This is why I'm getting all these crazy ass reads, because all these crazy ass people are in my energy, right? Yeah, but I believe I've solved the case of the absent sperm donor, okay? And I'm looking at these pictures. This is, it's like these old men trying to still be relevant. OGs trying to still be relevant on like the street scene. Some crazy shit, okay? As opposed to just going on and evolving with your life, taking it to the next level in a different way. What are you supposed to be doing in this cycle of your life, right? It can be fun and happy, right? But you know what? Maybe what these people are trying to do, and many of us try to do when we're doing that, we're trying to honor our inner child, right? But the way we're doing it is warped. So if we keep working at it, we can fine tune it and get it right, okay? All right, but this is going to be a very quick read, okay? Very small read, because I started writing down a lot of names that I was coming across and taking screenshots, okay, of pictures and looking into these pictures to see what I can get. But this particular man at this grocery store today, okay, and y'all, this is all over the place. I'm trying to just explain myself, but it's difficult, right? That card, I'm gonna lay eyes on your blue eyes, or these, whatever, those blue eyes, right? On the picture, I couldn't really tell if this man had blue eyes, right? And in the store, I couldn't really tell because I didn't look at this man well, but I think he had dark eyes. I believe it may have been two of them on me in that store, or this guy was sent by this particular man, because I get this man's energetic signature off the man in the store at the market, right? But this very well may be the blue-eyed man, okay? I've been drawing this nigga in, okay, collective? And apparently he's here, okay? Yeah, I forgot my train of thought right there. But yeah, this person's on the scene. Give me a second so I can think. Please. Alarms. All right, but yeah, also Texas and Florida is very significant, okay? There are two company, or at least one company, okay, in one of these states, right? Marine based, okay? This is why all these yacht things have been coming out, in the readings, different people's readings, right? I don't have a lot of yacht cards. I think I just made one. But I do have the Coast Guard card, boarded a suspicious vessel or something like that, right? And that did come out in one read. All right, so this is connected. So I'm picking up as well on all these other people that I don't know and their business, what they're involved in, okay? All right, so I just put those cards with a lot of those names in a small deck, and where I just picked a few other random cards, okay? I just want to see what comes out. This isn't going to be long at all. Let me get some water, y'all. But there's 4 men. 4 Caucasian men. No, 4. This is the funny part too, okay? Because I've been hearing some readers picking up on Asian, okay? There's at least definitely 1 Asian man in this group of 4. The second guy sort of looks like he could have a little Asian. Oh, that could be the miscegenation, right? Because he looked like he had Asian, but another race, like possibly Caucasian, because he looked like he almost, I just felt like he was white or whatever, right? But maybe not. Okay? And the other 2 were Caucasian gentlemen, 2 white gentlemen, however you prefer, right? But they showed a picture of back in the day, these 4 men. And I can't remember what this was. This was another company, I believe, right? And then they showed them like more recent. Okay, I was tired and I'm just overwhelmed, so I just did as much as I could, right? But these are the same 4 men, like back in the day and today. These 4 men are very key, okay? I feel like these are 4 very corrupt men who have done some very, very bad things in their lives, okay? And I'm just getting this off of looking at the picture. And I forgot that deck, this instinct deck, right? I don't know if they call it telemetry, telemetry, something crazy, y'all. All right, we're gonna get a quick, y'all, let me get my tin foil. We're gonna get a quick small read, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. I think this man, that crazy looking man on that picture is my father, trying to send people out, or did. Police were involved, okay? Because they're involved with this club, and this man has some sort of clout. Also, I'm trying to research whoever this man's son is. I think one of these guys, because this particular name dawned on me, because I would always hear my mother talking about this name. And I'm sure my mom was with this man at some point in terms of relations, right? Okay. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, Archangel Divine. Thank you, Most High. Because we are on a mission. And we ain't got time to waste. We coming for the head of the snake. Archangel Michael, I ask that you preside over this reading. I ask that you protect me and my collective as we channel, transmute, and harmonize the energy for the highest good. Ashe. Y'all, we might call this breakthrough, okay? Alright, collective, let's just get, we just gonna shuffle, and whatever comes out after a couple shuffles, okay? That's gonna be the mystery card, okay? Couple shuffles, and we're gonna see what it is. And they're just coming out any kind of way, so I'm not gonna necessarily read cards in reverse. Okay, I just want people to know. Okay, I'm getting like who's up next, or who's going through some shit now. Okay. And collective, yeah, I knew that name was coming out. Alright? And then there's a couple other cards in here. I don't know what's going on with these cards, okay? So I'll just call them out. And I'm not going to interpret anything, okay? I'm just going to call it out, okay? I'll come back and review this video for myself at some point. And if I feel I need to share something with you, I will. Okay, y'all. And on the card, it's probably about maybe 20 cards. On the table, it's about maybe 20 cards. At the bottom of the deck, duck is duck, okay? All right. Let's read the cards off, and we're going to get out of here. First card up is ladle, people. This ladle keeps coming back. Okay, I said I'm not going to read, but this is a lot of sadness, emotion, crying, tears, and possibly water. Okay, y'all. Real quick, that reading where I was talking about the ladle, right? And it came out with the water. Yeah. When in retrospect, I listened to it, right? That savings and loans card, okay, had to do with stored water, okay? These people, it's about to rain on these people's head. I don't know if that card came out in the reading. If it did, that would be funny as shit, okay? All right, so we got ladle. Florida. Ladle with Florida, people. And I'm just talking about water destruction, possibly. Okay, keep going. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm not interpreting, I'm just reading them. We have Amenthys, the underworld, ancient Greece, okay? Let me turn them over. We have UMFs can't be us or see us. Tupac. Tupac don't like this shit, okay? I'm telling you, Tupac keep coming out here. He don't like this shit. It says, it doesn't matter what happens from here on out. I've done my job. It says, tarot reader, secretly speaking dark incantations during the reading. Okay, I'm going to talk about this card, okay? Because I wrote this card because one of my favorite readers at the time, right? Because she was giving me good information because she was connected to these people. There were some things that she should have never known, okay? She knew my full name, okay? And my maiden name, right? But it wasn't in the same reading, okay? My name is not that common. Okay, my birth name. And not just that, okay? One reading, and then I started, picking up on something. But one reading, I could hear it. I said, is this, I just picked up on it. But I was able to mute everything else, the sounds, the words and everything else, the other stuff that was going on in the video, right? And I could hear this being whispered, like rhythmically at certain points in the video. So I wrote this card, okay? And then the other funny part is that whenever I would listen to that reader, and if I was reading, this card a lot of times would come out. This card would only come out for her reading primarily, okay? Excuse me, y'all. These people are so angry with me, okay? And the divine is angry with them, okay? And that's why they're angry with me, because the divine is angry with them, which is ridiculous, okay? Stop messing with people, okay? That you really know nothing about. You just think you're so special, right? And nobody else is special. I'm special too, okay? My collective is special too, okay? All right. Next. Ehrlich. I was thinking this, okay? Yo, this shit is too rough, okay? Divine ain't letting up, I'm telling you. Until all this shit is exposed, okay? Your home, and I just got a ding. Your home, collective, as well as mine. Your home is divinely protected. All right, so if you're thinking about, I'm going to do another read, too, about my cards, okay? It's going to be a funny read, y'all. It's going to be a quick one and a blackout, right? But I'm going to do a read. It's not going to be a read. I'm going to talk to y'all about it here. All right. So we had Ehrlich, We have your home is divinely protected. Next, we have Dave. Okay. Next, I see being used, and there's sucker across the top of the sticker. So I don't know if Dave is being used or what, or whoever, all these people being used. The next one is allomelanin. I started doing some research on melanin. I see there's 5 different types apparently, right? So, but I wrote cards, but I have to actually write something relevant to this type of melanin on the card, okay? But I don't know anything about it. But that's coming out. Maybe these people there's something significant about this. Richardson, okay? I knew that one was coming out. And Richard comes out a lot. Okay? I'm surprised. Oh, yeah, but the key names have come out. Or no, it's about to come out. I'll see it, though. We have Williams, okay? Kitty, okay? We have McCarroll. Highly gifted Watoto. That's you, collective, okay? You can sit in a freaking cave on the other side of the world with some cards. Figure out what's going on in the most discreet place on the planet, okay? With time and patience and skill, right? What a beautiful gift. All right? Next card, D. Letter, initial D, okay? It's significant. We have Brian, okay? Last card is rolling, okay? I knew this card was coming out, rolling. And it's funny that I turned it over as the last card. Oh, y'all, I took the the mystery card and put it in with the thing. That's fine. All right, y'all, and I know this video, I'm talking funny. I'm trying to, yeah, it's just been a lot, okay? And I'm so glad that I've reached this point, okay? There is a shift happening in the matrix, okay? I'm like seeing these numbers like every 10, 15 minutes, every 5 minutes, okay? So I do know, and the same one, so I know it's something happening. I don't know if it's like a tune-up happening or what the hell this is, okay? All right, y'all. I'm going to read these names one more time, these cards, okay, before we get out of here. It says Florida, Ladle, Amenthys, the underworld, ancient Greece. UMFs can't be us or see us. It doesn't matter what happens from here on out. I've done my job. Tarot reader, secretly speaking dark incantations during the reading. Ehrlich, your home is protected. Dave, being used. Brian, Roland. Allomelanin, Richardson. Williams, Kitty. McCarroll, highly gifted Watoto. D. Okay, and we have Duck at the bottom of the deck. All right, collective. I appreciate you taking time to listen to me. And if you like the video, like the video.